Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Cleburne. So I'm standing in front of the old Vagabond camper. It was a 32 by 9-foot camper. I think it's dated 1986, I want to say. So we kept very little of it and gutted it, and some of the 1980s stuff is still in there. I painted the interior this beautiful chalky purple, spray painted it with a glittery gold, and it's just been my little camper for a year that I lived in. And then when we got the cabin, I moved out of this camper, and my cats and storage have been in here since, in my crafts room. And now we're getting ready to change this over. This is going to become Shaggy's new workshop. I get the old Shaggies for 2 of my cats. We have to use cats around here for any kind of storage because we live in the woods and we'll get mice. And mice have cost us thousands of dollars in damages. And they get into everything and ruin everything. And so we are going to be moving, and our cats are pampered. They have climate control in here. So we're going to be moving this camper further up towards the point of our property. And so this is going to become a new yard for us over here. We're expanding. And his camper is going to move into this space. And let me turn the camera around and show you what's making me sad about today. So when we moved this old camper down here, we never really dreamed that she'd be leaving this spot. But she is. And if you look closely, this is where I planted my first hosta bed. I think this was my first one. And these hostas are Royal Standard, and they're fixing to bloom soon. So they're kind of lined up with the tires, and so sadly they're going to be run over. I don't think that this will, it'll pretty much demolish them for the year. But they have a strong root system and they thrive in this spot, so I'm pretty sure that they're going to come back. If not, of course, we're going to expand our hostas everywhere because we do live in the woods and we do live in the shade. Hostas, stilbies, sweet williams, things like that grow so well for us and are not a struggle at all to keep them going. So without further ado, we're going to take down the old gate and get ready to move the Vagabond with one of my kitties. The kitties will be going into their kennels, and they won't even notice the move. To them, they'll just be back in their house. All right, the kitty cats are kenneled up. Kenneled kitty. The other 3 are over here, and Silly and Grasshopper are not happy. Salem's not even happy. Salem never leaves that camper. No, he's not happy. They all probably think they're going to the vet. Okay, so the kitties are kenneled. Next is take out the air conditioner. Okay, a final look from the inside before we move it. Yep, it looks like a cluttered mess. Everything that's in his workshop's been moved to the lowest level because, this is what happens when you move an old storage trailer. Everything you store in it has to be moved down to the lowest level. It's because it's easier to pick everything back up off the floor and put it where it goes than to have stuff slide off, fall, and break. And then if it breaks, you got to replace it. So it's all locked. And back there in the crafts room, all the drawers are taped shut. Everything, all the totes, everything's been moved to the lowest level. So the cabinet doors have been bungee corded shut. Really don't like those little bottles sitting in there. I think I'm going to open that up and take those bottles down, put them on the floor. And we made a Bailey bridge through the ditch. So if you don't know what that is, it's like it's not really a Bailey bridge because a Bailey bridge is prefab, but and temporary. So point temporaire, I guess if you're French, it's just a very temporary kind of bridge so that the camper itself won't be shook so much on the way that it's coming back on the property. So that's it. Now I'll take the air conditioner out and remove the porch and move the blocks, and we're ready to go. Trying to keep the sun off today. So this video may seem like just an ordinary, you're just moving a camper kind of video, but actually this is very monumental to us. As many of you are aware now, I'm trying very, very hard to take care of my domestic dragon, take care of things at home. And one of those things is that I feel like I need my husband's camper, vis-a-vis my husband, and all his medical supplies closer to me. So him moving his camper up into this spot so that I am better able to help take care of his needs, and neither one of us will have as far to walk. So it was just convenient at first to have his camper down at the other lot. It was just easy to just back in and move in. So now we're just making this change, and it is monumental to us. We've been working towards this goal for a while now. You know, we just decided to move the old camper, and we were never going to move it again, but we just decided to move it for this very purpose. That meant moving the cats, taking the air conditioner out, pulling the porch away, removing the blocks, you know, and it's like 112 heat index out here, and we're not exactly spring chickens. So it is quite an undertaking for us. Plus, we have to maneuver up a little hill, so we had to make that little Bailey bridge. And then we have to hope that our old Jeep can do it. So all of that being said, I'm going to pick this up after we get moved. I'm so excited. Well, everything's done, and the kindly neighbor who's going to do this for us came up with his little boy and checked and made sure that we were ready to go still this morning. I just need to move my wind chime so she doesn't get hit. Both campers are ready to go. I'm excited. We're moving into our future. And I just want to thank Spirit that we have loving, kind neighbors. Okay, in case that didn't make sense, when I said that we have loving, kind neighbors, I forgot to mention that our old Jeep wouldn't pull that camper. So we tried, and all we did was end up making ruts in our driveway. So we gave up on that idea. So my husband went to town and started talking to people, and our neighbor just right down the road said, I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll do it. No worries, I'll do it. So that's what I meant by loving, kind neighbors. Here we go. Okay, I'm all ready for work, and I'm making waffles, so it's something we can just eat on the go. And our neighbor should be here any minute. I'm so excited. There she goes. He said he was just gonna take it easy. She left that spot. Oh my goodness, you guys. Now I get to create on the other side of that. That whole area over there will get to be a yard. And we're gonna take down some more of the smaller trees, and we're gonna mow it, and it's going to become a yard. I'm so excited. Oh, I'm so excited to see that space empty. This is exciting. Well, they got that one there. So that was the one we were worried about. The other one's super easy. It's new, it's ultra light. But this was the bugger we were worried about. So now it's up here, and he has his little boy with him. So his little boy was telling me how he likes to chop wood. And he got to use something that looked like a shark tooth or something to chop some wood. So when we're done and we pay the neighbor for the gas for doing this, I'm gonna offer his little boy this little obsidian arrowhead. I think he'll appreciate it. I'll ask his dad if he can have it, and then I'll tell him where obsidian comes from, in case he hasn't met obsidian before. But all little boys like arrowheads, so he gets a tip today. Haha. He gets a tip, an actual real tip. All right, they got it done. Yay. So I have a new neighbor now. So my husband's camper is here. He's just right across this cute little road from me. And oh, and his little boy loved that obsidian arrowhead. He's super excited about it. He's 6. So yeah, some of the hostas got a little smashed. We knew that was gonna happen. I can't really say anything about that because, you know, we knew this was going to happen. So this fall, I'll just dig them up and move them. We still have to level everything and our old camper's up there. So it's gonna be the new shop and storage, and my crafts room is still in the back. So I can completely go through and fix everything up in there. And then another sweet part of the deal is that I get old Shaggies. So this is gonna become the new kitty cottage. So 2 of my cats will be moving in here, and it'll be climate controlled, it'll be storage, and then I get a chance to fix up the inside any way I want. Super excited. All right, y'all, I'm gonna let y'all go, and I gotta get to work. So thank you so much for sticking with me through this video and this little update on our lives. I appreciate each and every one of you. If you haven't subbed my channel, please do so. Give me a thumbs up, please. And you know, I'm just gonna leave you with many, many blessings. Thank you.